Hello and welcome to Mock Productions. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back with Skylanders Imaginators, and we're here with Golden Queen for the moment, but we're going to be cracking on with a life creation crystal. So I am reporting from you from the future / past / present, wherever you want, because the recording went moose and I had to do it again. So yes, this is me doing it, but Golden Queen is coming off now. And we are about to place on the creation crystal, which is a life one. Very nice indeed. So here we go.
Welcome to the creation crystal, Portal Master. Here you can create your very own Imaginator. First, choose a battle class. Each class uses a unique type of weapon.
Okay, so thinking about this, I was having a little thinking maybe we've got a ninja, we've got a knight, we've got a bazooka, we've got a brawler. So I'm going through all of these now, thinking what could we do? You know, what hasn't the life element got yet? So it's just sort of flicking through, thinking, oh, we have this, we don't have this, and sort of going around, thinking. I was thinking, Smasher really was, and then I thought. Sentinel? Why not?
Sentinel
will be really cool. They don't have it in the light element of yet. And it looks pretty cool to be using a Sentinel. So, we indeed went with the Sentinel.
Choosing a battle class is a final decision.
And we went ahead and created him. Here he is.
A new Sentinel is born.
Mr. Sentinel.
Bring your imagination to life.
And there it is. So we can literally think outside the box now, because obviously with Colonel Infernal in our fire element, we needed something completely different. So I was having a good look around the different heads, thinking what could we do? Maybe a chompy head.
Pick me.
I mean, there's plenty of heads. Look, we've got 46 out of 128, so there was tons and tons of them to choose from. I think the Chompy actually ended up having some sort of robot voice, it was going beep beep or something like that, which I found really weird because, well, a Chompy wouldn't do that. It might be like a screaming kid. And then I was sort of thinking maybe something that looks green already and maybe kind of lifelike. That was sort of like, it looks like an ogre, but it says leaf monster. Then there's the pumpkin head as well, which I thought was pretty cool. It had a pretty cool voice to it. And it looked kind of funky being green. But I also thought maybe the mushroom guy as well, as you go over to him to check him out. Don't know what it's called. There you go, mushroom head. Wow, that. Oh, that was hard to think of. But
You rang?
I ended up going with a pumpkin head. I did. Pretty cool indeed. Then the eyes, obviously you can look at what happens to the different eyes, make them sort of like a bug. There's one that is just a full-on white colour, or at least one colour solely. There's one at the bottom right there, which I do go over to, and it makes the eyes really bright. There you go, look at them. They're like, it's like you've got like, it's like literally a jack-o'-lantern, which is really cool. Those spiral ones, which are pretty awesome. The bloodshot ones, the clear ones, they all look really cool. But I wanted something quite human-esque, so I went with a normal sort of pupil. Then I was thinking about the ears and everything. I mean, looking at these, there's plenty of ears here, but you've got to think, you know, he's going to be a life character. You don't want metal, you don't want water stuff. Things that don't really go with a pumpkin, or at least that's my way of thinking. And I thought, oh, antlers, they look pretty cool. And then next to them was the ram horns, which I thought looked pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. And they had that, obviously, because it's only one colour, you get that one colour, so you've got green horns at the moment. The chest was more difficult. Now, obviously, that pumpkin one I'm showing there is the one that is part of the set, which, you know, it matches, but I didn't want it to match. I wanted it to look like he was a proper Imaginator / Sensei. You need that sort of look, a masterful look, you know, someone who looks ancient, everything like that. Having a little search around, quite like that pattern there, might have to use that in the future, that sort of cravat there. There's that one with the undead one, which was quite cool. There's that one there, which looks quite karate-like, which looks pretty cool. And then looking around the rest of them, wanted something like a robe. That one was pretty cool. Looks rather nice. But I ended up going with the Shinobi chest. Very cool indeed. Now, obviously, you guys can comment down below if you want any of this to change. You know, it's entirely up to you. Obviously, I'm talking from this point of view, describing what I'm seeing here. But it's entirely up to you. If you wanted to see something different on him, different arms, something like that, let me know. Yeah, we were having a little look around thinking about it, and I kind of like these because they sort of just were plain. They went with the greeny sort of look. I was going to go with those tribal arms, but I was looking at these thinking they sort of work. They sort of have that sort of pumpkin look. The pumpkin has those separate areas that look as if it's been inflated, and because they're balloon arms, they sort of worked quite nicely. So then, of course, the next thing to do was to have a little look at the different legs we had. The elephant ones, the Wolfgang ones. Again, I wanted that sort of continual sensei look. And I thought, what's more sensei than an actual sort of like ninja legs, which I think went with the top part, which I guess is pretty awesome. The tail was something rather interesting to think of, because obviously a pumpkin normally is in the ground, and I wanted something that's like a root. Now, there's nothing more rooty than the rooty tail. But, you know, I was sort of having a little look around, thinking, what's good, what's sort of going, and I went with the rooty tail, because it did look pretty cool. It did look very, very cool. The weapon, obviously, we're limited. We've only got 4 different ones. The axe doubler was one of my favourites when I pulled that from the... not only from this game, but the creator app as well. The axe doubler looks very, very cool. Of course, it's not the most powerful, but for now, I wanted that one. Then the headgear, I wanted something just additional to go on top. There was all these different things. We unlocked the metal crest. I think it was in previous gameplay, which that looked pretty cool. The feathers, I was very tempted to go with that. And of course, for the actual set, you got the military helmet there, the saucepan, the pharaoh thing, that hat, the ponytail sort of thing, but nothing seemed to sort of ring. Then obviously there's that root thing there, the pumpkin stem, which normally would go out to the top of the pumpkin, and I'm going down there for some reason, but I looked at the metal crest and I thought, it's got that sense of awesomeness. It makes a pumpkin look pretty awesome, so I went with that. Shoulder, oh wow, hello, soldier, I can't even say it, shoulder guards. I went with the watermelons, and I thought, let's go with a full-on feature, because I know you can get both of them. So I went with that, and obviously, because right now they look like watermelons, I thought that looked pretty cool. Obviously, there's nothing that... I mean, you could get the pumpkin leg armor, but we'd have to unlock that, which would take only a few bits of leveling up. But that shouldn't be too bad. No backpacks because of our level. Then it was time for the height, and I thought, oh, we could just go all the way up and make him really, really tall. But I thought maybe make him a little bit smaller than what we did with Mr. Colonel Infernal. I wanted his head quite big. I think it's a pretty menacing head. Quite spooky as well. The upper body, I wanted a little bit of muscle as well, but nothing majorly. And then I thought, well, hold on, a root can't be that thick, so I went quite thin. In fact, like the thinnest it could get, because normally roots are quite thin. And then I thought, oh, we can make him quite big and everything like that in his legs, make him sort of like a built-up leg person. I thought, no, shrink him down a bit, shrink him down. Now, here's where it got interesting, because the colours, I haven't done this. I mean, I've only done 2 so far, but I haven't done this where I've actually utilised the customised feature, and you'll see in this one, I think I did a pretty good job. Me personally saying that, reflecting. Obviously, I know what it's going to turn out to look like. But you can customise it to see. I mean, right now I'm trying to do this now, and I thought, oh, you've got to have that pumpkin colour. You can't have something weird. You've got to have the pumpkin colour. And I thought, oh, we'll just go with that. You know, that looks pretty cool. But then I thought, well, hold on. You've got the watermelons, which are like coloured really weird, as if they've gone off. All of these colours, you know, you're sort of scrolling through them thinking, no, you want something that is life. You don't want something that looks undead. Why I wanted to go with that one, I don't know. But I did. Goo Factory, full on green. That black one I really liked there. A lot of neon green in it, which was really, really cool. That one I like the essence of that blue. There's red, yellows, everything like that. Black with a bit of orange, full on green. Which looked rather cool indeed. Then I wanted to try and find something rather interesting for his eyes, nothing like too major, and I went with these black ones. Just thought, I don't know why I went with black, I just did. And I thought, right, we've got to go back to that orange colour for the pumpkin head. Of course, the crest there is green at the moment. We're going on to the horns now, and of course, normally horns are quite brown, so I went with that. Which I think was a pretty good decision. I kind of like the suit being all green. It goes with that the green theme, the life. I think I changed it though. I think I changed the arms to something. Yeah, I went orange. I went orange. I thought I went brown. Okay. The tail I can change colour. So this thing where you can mix and match the colours, I think really does give your Imaginator 100% personality here. You know, you don't have to just go from a few colours. You can actually create the colours, and not only that, but you could, you know, say you don't want that yellow, you could change that to a full-on black. It's completely up to you. Right now, I was looking for something that was red, and you'd probably be able to think, well, hold on, you've passed like tons of reds there. I wanted something that was like bright red, that really like gave him a bit of oomph to the top of his head. I knew there was one at the front. I managed to snag a poison ivy, which I thought looked pretty cool. It's sort of metallic look, very shiny, and quite dangerous actually if you were to pick this guy up as a figure. And but the next thing I wanted to do is try and get the colours back on the watermelon, because I thought it would be pretty cool to actually get that watermelon sort of vibe going. Now, you just saw that green one when I was spinning round, and it's pretty interesting what happens because it looked rather cool. I think, what was it called? I think I just passed it. Not Lucky Clover. That's it. The green jeans. Green jeans looked incredibly cool. So I could literally edit the colours myself. And I didn't want that blue. I wanted a nice red. And you can see there, the watermelon looks amazing. I think it looks pretty cool because the outside is that dark green. The inside skin is that sort of bright green. And then you've got the red. The pips are black. And I did the exact same for the arm guards, the shoulder pads, exactly the same. And I think it looked pretty cool like that. And of course, that was all. I didn't really want to change the leg guards either. I sort of like that sort of combined effort of the whole uniform being the same. So the colour was pretty awesome indeed. Now, I was thinking about an aura, but honestly, I'd rather get the life aura to give them a bit of a proper effect that they are a life element. Then obviously the different attacks. You can see there it swipes enemies around, and then this one is just straight in front. And I honestly wanted to have that sort of swish ability, so I went with the Buster one instead of the Acrobat just for now. And then the two here we had Vine Bloom, which are explosive vines, or wool over your eyes, which basically turns you into a sheep, which is it's interesting to say the least. Then, of course, we've got the secret techniques here, which we can unlock at different levels, plus also defeating different Doomlanders or putting a Sentinel Sensei on. And then there's the soldier in there. Bit of spoilers there, but at least it shows you what's to come up with this guy, being a Sentinel. The name, the voice, and the music effects. So the voice I wanted to change up because it was sort of... it didn't sound too masculine. I wanted that sort of... more manly sort of look, but not only that, the catchphrase was funny because every single time I kept going to the next one, it kept going pre, and you can hear that probably now.
Prepare to face life.
Prepare to face life. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? But I wanted something that sort of made him seem quite powerful. And there wasn't, I mean, there was something for, I think, daggers or spear or something like that, but I just didn't want that. You could have done prepare for victory, or face victory, which was not bad. Valor.
Prepare to face the pancake house.
The pancake house was quite funny. The pizza one.
Prepare to face pizza. Prepare to face
The music didn't really go, because obviously he's not really a musical person.
Prepare to face
Justice worked quite well. My friends, why you prefer to face my friends? I don't know. Pinatas, pretty cool.
Prepare to face disaster.
Very cool. But in the end, I thought Prepare to Face Justice would be a pretty cool one. Sounds almost like you'd be in part of the Avengers. But so as I was going through this, I thought, no, we don't want a female, we want a manly voice. And then we've got a few styles here. Not all of them are unlocked, obviously, but we've got a nice amount of them here. And I wanted him to sort of sound not like too squeaky like the small mouse one, but sort of have a definitely different voice to what someone might pick for a pumpkin. So then I thought, well, maybe let's just scroll through and have a little look at what we've got here. Not the soldier one, which I did soldier and big for Colonel Infernal. Then I found Regal, and this is when it sort of clicked about his name. And I sort of had this sort of feeling whilst I was going through it of what his name would be. And I wanted that sort of voice and everything, which sort of worked quite well. I didn't go with any music because as much as the music is there, I just didn't really want some music on him, at least at the moment. Going through these then, I was sort of just checking out what's going on, and I think I ended up going back to video games, yeah, which was pretty nice. I like the video game effects, they're pretty cool. And then it was the name time. So, I mean, I don't know whether you guys can probably think, you know, Royal, and it practically the whole word of his name is there, and I was quite happy with this guy. I think this name is pretty awesome. But I went with Pumpking. I think that was pretty cool. But let me know your thoughts on that. Is that the right name for him? I mean, you can tell me if parts of the body are not what you really wanted. And I was kind of happy with this guy at this point. I thought, yeah, you know, all good. All good. And then I thought, well, hold on, let's have a little think into the future about his weapons here. And you can see those bottom three there. The scythe, that sort of dagger thing, and then the barbells, they're all from the Sentinels, which we have all of them. But sort of just going through them, thinking, oh, you can get this one, you can get that one. Then there was, which one is it? This one, I think, coming up. Yeah, there it is. The double mellow, which are like fiery marshmallows. Very nice indeed. Checking out these as well. Which we get when we go to the Sensei Shrines with them guys. So that's pretty cool. But for the moment, I mean, I can't get the crab claws. You can get the pinwheels, which would be pretty cool. The crab claws don't really go with him. I think a water one would be pretty cool. But so it's just stuck with the axe doubler. And go ahead and play. And that was basically Pumpking done. Basically. So, yeah, you can see I'm also on top of where we were in the previous level. You can see me attacking there. And it looks quick on the actual thing, but pushing the buttons, he reacts quite slow. So I don't know whether I might change that. I don't know whether the other one is going to be quicker. So fingers crossed if I change that up, it should be a little bit quicker. Now, I was jumping down here just thinking, oh yeah, I can make it here. Check out all of these things. Of course, there's the Dark Element Realm.
Sensei Dark Realm discovered.
You can check that out at some point. Very nice. So that's 6 out of the 10 there. If I got a bomb, I could have blown that up, which I think it was at the top. I'm pretty sure it was. This is where I was like, oh, hold on, there's a book here. Now, I've seen these books before, and I didn't pick them up because I thought, oh, they might be something really cool and rare. But just sort of picked it up, and then it said, bring book to the academy. Okay, fair enough. So I thought, okay. Not that I was going to take it to the academy, I was just going to hoard it and read it myself, you know. Could have been the secrets of making a good pancake house, who knows. Those explosive vines, very, very effective, very cool indeed. So I was very happy with them. But making our way across here, you can see we got a lot of creation chests there, which I was tempted, very tempted, and in fact, so tempted that we actually opened some. I mean, you've got to open them when they're there, and this was from the previous level, just to check out what we could have got. And the whole reason I did this is because we might have found something a little bit different. One new set there for steampunk, looks like an explorer, but pretty cool nevertheless. This is from the Troll Radio, you get new music, which was called Ska, or Ska, I don't know. New effect, which was sci-fi. I'm guessing that might be voice, but it could also be when you're walking around. An epic here, which was a quick shot weapon. This looks cool. Chaos pistols, very nice indeed. Really want to put them on Colonel Infernal, so I probably will do that in the future because they look awesome. This is a Sensei Shrine, an ultimate one. Another quick shot weapon, very cool because we got Dr. Crankcase's pistols because we used him in the Sensei Shrine. Very cool indeed. One of the level stars here, which is just a common, but it's a ninja weapon, and it's Lobstar. And I couldn't believe this because it was Lobstar's like actual weapons, and they look pretty cool indeed, especially to bring him in. Got commons here, new chest, which was this, the Eyeballs torso. I sort of recognise that sort of theme, and that's the Eyeballs set. Very, very cool indeed. And then this is with the Life Creation Crystal, which they normally give you a full set of different things here. So we got the Merry Mischief chest, but look at that head. That was the thing I wanted. That head looked absolutely amazing, especially for future ones. Sylvan, really awesome, really awesome looking little figure there. Vine arms, which I like the look of a lot. And then of course the leg parts, so we can unlock the last part, which was viney legs, not bad. So you get that full sort of look there. And of course you get the moose antlers there to finish him off. And that was it. And I sort of thought, well, hold on, hold the phone. Those arms looked pretty cool indeed, and I wanted to check them out to see what they look like on this guy. So I sort of checked them out, thought, you know, you have vines. Sometimes you do. I mean, you've got the root coming off the top of the pumpkin, and I thought maybe them coming off the arms looks as if this pumpkin has come alive. I just wanted to just quickly change them up so that they looked more brown, but not too, well, I say not too brown, but they were the exact same. And I think it works well because it's the same colour as the antlers there, and they just look really cool. It's almost like a chocolate colour. But I was quite happy with that overall. Overall, definitely very happy with that. But like I said, guys, you can comment down below what you thought about this guy. Just have to apologise because I really wanted to keep the audio on this, but silly me, unplugging the mic beforehand, yeah, didn't really work out that well, did it, Matthew? No, 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 no. But as I go insane here, chopping down all these bushes and getting so much money, actually, from this place, very, very cool indeed. But yes, there we go. I'll leave it here. So if you did enjoy this, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. You can also comment down below anything in general about this character. You know, what would you change? What do you think of the name, the colours, everything like that. And of course, rate the video so that I know you are enjoying the series. I've enjoyed making this guy. I can't wait to do more. And you can comment as well which ones you want me to do next. Maybe an undead, everything like that. But yeah, that is basically it. So for now, I'll see you then. And I'll see you next time. So thank you and goodbye.